So My Hero Academia Chapter 384 is finally out, and with it comes some big twists and turns in the ultimate battle against the King of Villainy All For One. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a twist I'm not too happy about. And so without further ado, let's jump right into My Hero Academia Chapter 384 titled, It's a Small World. This chapter opens up exactly where the last chapter left off, with Tokoyami, Inasa, Mount Lady, a brainwashed Gigantomachia, and other heroes giving All For One the absolute beatdown of his life. Dude is getting jumped from every direction. During this onslaught, All For One, defending himself the best he can, realizes that it must have been because of Shinzo's quirk, the very one he is using to control Machia now, that he was able to be deceived by Aoyama's family. And so, with the knowledge of how Shinzo's quirk works, he manages to blast Machia with an airwave attack, freeing him from Shinzo's manipulation. Now, it's not stated, but I can only assume All For One was aware of Shinzo's weakness thanks to the UA Sports Festival. You know, the athletic festival that's bigger than the Olympics, where anyone can see the powers and dusty weaknesses of upcoming heroes. Yeah, in hindsight, that may not be the best thing to broadcast. And so, with Machia seemingly free from the brainwashing, he calls out to his master. However, not in the way that you would expect, as in finally seeing his master once again, Machia's emotions take over. And instead of joy and love, Machia reveals that he actually feels hatred and resentment. As it turns out, when Shigaraki appeared with the same scent and voice as All For One, Machia realized that All For One, the true All For One, had abandoned and lied to him all those years ago, when he promised Machia that he would return to him one day. So, with hatred in his heart, Machia continues his assault on All For One, despite no longer being brainwashed by Shinzo. That's right, Gigantomachia has turned on All For One of his own free will, which I honestly don't know how to feel about. To be honest, I don't remember Giganto ever showing any resentment for All For One, ever. In fact, it was the opposite. He always showed unwavering loyalty and love. Now, I do get what Hori's going for here, implying that Machia now sees Shigi as his master and All For One as his betrayer. But with there being little to no build-up or evidence of Machia's emotions about All For One before this moment, it most certainly feels rushed and quite unearned. Really, it just feels like he flipped alliances for the plot and nothing else. But regardless, with the heroes and Machia continuing their beatdown, Shinzo announces to All For One that while his quirk may seem villainous at first, in truth, he can't control a person's heart or true feelings. And we are greeted with another beautiful image of the heroes' desperate combined attacks on All For One, trying to keep him pinned until his timer runs out. And with this, the story cuts away, this time to the mysterious helicopters approaching from the distance, where we quickly learn that these helicopters contain none other than reporters. But not just any reporters, they contain the same reporters we have seen throughout the series. From the one who interviewed all the kids right before the sports festival, to the one who was shouting at the heroes for failing society after the First War. And it's revealed that these reporters are here not for their jobs, but for themselves, as they realize that despite having an unfathomable force against them and the world already claiming Japan has fallen, there are still heroes out there fighting for the good of the people. And just like how the reporters aren't reporting now for money or fame, these heroes aren't fighting for money or fame either. They are fighting because it's the right thing to do. We then see images of the different battle zones of the war, Gentle Criminal's YouTube livestream shooting up in views, Midori and Shigaraki face to face in their ultimate battle, and images of people around the world watching it all take place live, as the reporters announce that regardless of if the heroes win or lose this bout, they will record this story so they can let the world know that the story isn't over just yet, and that together, good will always fight evil. It's also super interesting to note that amongst the people watching are Melissa Shield from the Two Heroes movie, Mahiro and Katsuma, the kids from the Heroes Rising movie, and Roro and Lala Soul, Rody Soul siblings from the World Heroes movie. So yeah, all the movies are canon. And that's it for chapter 384. Let me know what you thought of this chapter. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like. For more My Hero content, subscribe to the Lunchtime crew. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Plus Ultra.